Week 4 2024 bold predictions. Packers hand Vikings their first loss. Dalton shines again. As we dive into Week 4 of the NFL, let's shake things up with 5 bold predictions that could take us by surprise. 1. Packers shock Vikings. Hand them their first loss. The Minnesota Vikings, riding high at 3-0 after defeating the NFC champion 49ers and the AFC South champion Texans, face a tough challenge against the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. Even if Jordan Love can't play due to an MCL sprain, the Packers' running game has been explosive, racking up 612 rushing yards this season. Malik Willis has stepped up, and with an aggressive defense that leads the league in interceptions, the Packers will deliver a stunning upset, handing the Vikings their first loss of 2024. 2. Andy Dalton leads Panthers to upset over Bengals. In his first start in a year, Andy Dalton threw for 319 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Raiders. Now facing his former team, the Cincinnati Bengals, who are struggling defensively, Dalton could orchestrate another standout performance. If he pulls off this victory, it will leave the Bengals at a shocking 0-4, repeating a scenario from Dalton's past. 3. Jalen Hurts breaks interception streak against Buccaneers. Jalen Hurts is due for a breakthrough. Despite a 7-game interception streak, he'll face a formidable Buccaneers defense that has yet to allow a touchdown pass this season. Hurts will find a way to connect with Dallas Goedert for multiple touchdowns, finally shedding his turnover woes. 4. Chargers upset Chiefs if Herbert plays. The Los Angeles Chargers need a spark after their loss to the Steelers, and that spark could be Justin Herbert if he's healthy. The Chargers have a chance to end the Chiefs' 9-game winning streak, especially with a strong defense that ranks high in both scoring and rushing defense. If Herbert plays, expect a thrilling upset. 5. Seahawks stun Lions on Monday Night Football. As 3.5-point underdogs, the Seattle Seahawks are primed for an upset against the Detroit Lions. With a defense that leads the NFL in pass defense and the electric DK Metcalf making plays, the Seahawks will capitalize on the Lions' vulnerabilities and leave Ford Field with a victory. Rex Ryan reveals why he turned down Cowboys' DC job. They couldn't pony up the money. Rex Ryan recently made headlines by suggesting that he could have turned around the struggling Dallas Cowboys defense if the team had been willing to pay up. In an interview on ESPN's DePietro and Rothenberg, Ryan stated, "I could have fixed the Cowboys' defense in a New York minute," but noted that the Cowboys didn't offer the financial terms he was looking for. Context of Ryan's comments. Ryan's remarks come after the departure of former defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, who took the head coaching job with the Washington Commanders. This season, the Cowboys' defense has been underwhelming, currently ranking among the worst in the NFL, 30th in scoring defense, 28th in total yards allowed, and dead last in rushing defense. Criticism of the Cowboys' decision. After the Cowboys opted to hire Mike Zimmer instead of Ryan, the ESPN analyst criticized the decision, questioning Zimmer's track record. He pointed out that Zimmer had been 29th in the league over his last 2 seasons with the Minnesota Vikings, saying, "This can go really bad for Dallas." Rex Ryan's coaching background. Ryan has not coached in the NFL since his tenure as head coach of the Buffalo Bills from 2015-2016. He previously served as the defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens and head coach for the New York Jets, where he had notable success, including 2 AFC Championship game appearances in his first 2 years. Upcoming matchup. As the Cowboys prepare to face the New York Giants on Thursday Night Football, both teams enter with a 1-2 record, and Dallas will look to improve its defensive performance under Zimmer's leadership. The pressure is on to turn things around quickly, especially with Ryan's critical comments still fresh in the minds of fans and analysts alike. Cowboys fans, we've got some tough news coming out of last night's nail-biting 20-15 victory over the Giants. Our defense took a hit with key injuries to star players Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. In the fourth quarter, All-Pro edge rusher Micah Parsons injured his left ankle and had to leave the game. After an MRI this morning, it's been confirmed that he has a high ankle sprain. Micah, who leads the team with 20 pressures, is hopeful to return against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 5, but NFL Network reports he might be sidelined longer. with no official timeline yet from the Cowboys. And it doesn't stop there. Four-time Pro Bowl defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence also went down in the third quarter with a foot injury. Reports indicate that Lawrence, who currently leads the team with 3 sacks, will be out for multiple weeks, with 2 games to play before the much-needed Week 7 bye. The Cowboys will need to dig deep. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones reassured fans on 105.3 The Fan, saying he doesn't believe either injury is serious. "I'm pleased that they feel good about it. That's usually a good sign," Jones mentioned. What do you think, Cowboys Nation? How will these injuries impact our defense? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Dak Prescott on why Cowboys' win over Giants was a 1000% must-win. Labeling a Week 4 game against the New York Giants as a must-win might seem extreme. But for the Dallas Cowboys, it was absolutely vital. A 1-3 record heading home would have brought serious turmoil. Despite Dak Prescott's impressive track record against the Giants, 13 straight victories, this game held more weight. Recent losses to the Saints and Ravens had amplified outside criticism, and it was clear that the young locker room was feeling the pressure. In a candid conversation, Prescott and head coach Mike McCarthy recognized that expecting players to ignore the noise was unrealistic. Instead, they needed to focus on ignoring the emotional rollercoaster of outside opinions and building confidence through consistent performances. After the Cowboys' 20-15 victory, Prescott reflected, 1000% this was a must-win. It's a process, and we're not getting complacent. But it's a lot easier to improve after a win. Key moments from the game. Prescott's connection with CeeDee Lamb. The game started slow for the Cowboys, but Prescott quickly adjusted. After a rough first drive, he targeted Lamb, who has been crucial to the offense, early and often. This led to a standout performance, including a crucial 55-yard touchdown. Prescott noted, "When Lamb's in a great mood, everyone else feels it." Defense stepping up. The Cowboys' defense shone, holding the Giants to just 26 rushing yards. This marked a significant improvement after struggling in previous weeks. Cornerback Jordan Lewis remarked, "We knew we had to be more gap sound to stop the run." Looking ahead, with the Cowboys now at 2-2, the focus shifts to their next matchup against the 3-0 Pittsburgh Steelers. Prescott emphasized the importance of maintaining momentum and confidence. Getting hot at the right time is what we're looking to do. Despite the win, Prescott knows the challenges ahead, especially with injuries to key players like DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons. Yet, he remains optimistic, saying, "Keep building and stay level-headed among the buzz." As Prescott noted, not everyone always beats the Giants. So this win, regardless of the critics, was a crucial step forward. Malik Nabers proves his worth. Why Giants are excited after drafting him over a QB. He's gonna be a problem for a long time. At first glance, it looked like a coverage breakdown when Malik Nabers found himself wide open. But the truth was far more telling. It was a testament to the New York Giants' newest weapon. In their recent matchup against the Dallas Cowboys, Nabers shone brightly, catching 12 of 15 targets for 115 yards in his first primetime game. Even though he left the game late with a concussion, his performance sent a strong message to Giants fans about the future of this franchise. With the loss of star player Saquon Barkley, Nabers stepped up, giving the Giants a glimmer of hope against their division rivals. While they're not taking moral victories lightly, his presence has sparked optimism. Head coach Brian Daboll emphasized that the team should feel disappointed but not discouraged after the loss, largely thanks to Nabers, a dynamic playmaker. Cowboys cornerback Jordan Lewis recognized Nabers' potential, comparing him to Bengals star Jamar Chase. "He's a playmaker," Lewis noted. "He's gonna be a problem for a long time." Nabers' contributions have transformed the Giants' passing game, which has struggled in recent years. From a crucial 39-yard catch on the team's opening drive to multiple chain-moving receptions, he's become a reliable target. His fourth-quarter crossing route brought the Giants within striking distance, demonstrating just how vital he is to the team's success. Trusting the rookie. The Giants were heavily scrutinized this offseason for their quarterback decisions, considering several top prospects before ultimately selecting Nabers with the 6th overall pick. That decision looks wise, as he continues to elevate the offense. Neighbors not only commands attention on the field, he opened up opportunities for fellow receiver Wan'Dale Robinson, who caught 11 of 14 targets for 71 yards. Using motion effectively to get Neighbors involved, he recorded 9 receptions in motion, the highest since tracking began in 2018. Even if teams adjust to his style, Neighbors' athleticism and football IQ suggest he can continue to thrive. With 35 catches for 386 yards and 3 touchdowns in just 4 games, the Giants are betting big on their rookie. A bright future ahead. The Giants targeted Neighbors in critical moments, and while he nearly made a game-changing play on a 4th and 6 late in the game, it showcased how close they're to turning the tide. Lewis summed it up perfectly. He's strong and he can run. He's definitely legit. As Neighbors continues to develop, the Giants are not just hoping for a better season, they're building for a promising future.